All right, let's go over example 1, identifying parts of an algebraic expression. And this is part of chapter 3, section 1, algebraic expressions. Okay, the directions for example 1 say, identify the terms, coefficients, and constants in each expression. So our first problem, A, is 5x plus 13. So 5x plus 13 is our algebraic expression. Now the terms, if you remember, is everything in the algebraic expression except for the operation. So that would be 5x and 13. And to separate my two different terms, because 5x is a term, 13 is a term, I just used a comma. Okay? Now the coefficient. Remember, coefficient is any, let's look at the definition, a numerical factor, so a number, of a term, remember, all these are terms except for the operation, that contains a variable. So the number with the variable. Well, that would be 5x. Now the variable, remember, that's any symbol in the algebraic expression, and that's usually going to be letters. So the only symbol I see is x. And the constant, that's any number without a variable, in this case, 13. Okay, so that's all we need to do for that problem. Let's look at B. You may have noticed, so our algebraic expression is 2z squared. Now for my z's, when I do algebraic expression, I put a line through it just because sometimes when I write 2's, they look like z's. Okay, so this is 2z squared plus y plus 3. Okay, something to note, when you have a variable by itself, such as y in this algebraic expression, we're going to act like there's a 1 in front of it. So I'm just going to type that in, because remember, anytime there's a variable, act a variable by itself, like 1, like y, act like there's a 1 in front of it, because that's the same, a variable by itself is the same as writing 1 times that variable, but it's not written in there like that. Okay, so let's get our terms down. Our terms will be 2z squared okay, and then I'm going to add my little line for the z. Okay. 2z squared, also 1y, and 3. Remember, the terms are everything in the algebraic expression except for the operation, which is addition. The coefficient, remember, coefficient is any number that's attached to a variable. So in this case, it would be 2y squared, or 2z squared, and 1y. Oh, come on, just want to copy the squared. Okay. My little line for my z, just so we know that it's a z, not a 2. Okay, our variables, we have two variables in this one. We have z, z squared, so we keep the little squared with the variable when we type it out, when we write it down. And our other variable is y. So z squared and y. Those are two variables. Our constant, we have one constant, which is 3. Okay, because that's a number that does not have a variable.